describe Ethiopia as a true land of origin. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to EBC World with me, Shfarao Lagaw, and thank you for watching us. Now, in a significant move toward national development, Ethiopia has launched the full implementation of its macroeconomic policy. Senior government officials emphasized that this policy aims to create a stable, comprehensive, and sustainable economy. The reform is expected to achieve high and stable economic growth, maintain single-digit inflation, and build a globally competitive economic system. The Minister of Finance, Ahmed Shide, highlighted that extensive preparations have been made over the past phases of the homegrown economic reform agenda, with support from international partners such as the IMF and the World Bank. The policy's primary objective is to stabilize the foreign exchange market and ensure a robust economy in the short term. Additionally, measures to support vulnerable populations through subsidies, including salary adjustments, will be implemented. The Minister of Planning and Development, Fitsum Asafa, and the Governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, Mammo Mehratu, also shared insights into the policy's potential. The reform aims to invigorate the private sector, eliminate structural inefficiencies, and create an enabling environment for economic growth. Officials believe that these efforts will lay a strong foundation for Ethiopia's journey toward prosperity, marking a significant milestone in the nation's economic development. In diplomatic news, China has appointed a new ambassador to Ethiopia. Ambassador Chen Hai, the newly appointed ambassador, officially assumed his duties as of Monday. The ambassador presented a copy of his credentials to Malaku Badada, the Director General of Protocol Affairs at the Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This ceremonial handover marks the beginning of the ambassador's tenure in Ethiopia, underscoring the strong and enduring relationship between Ethiopia and China. The appointment of Ambassador Chen Hai is expected to further strengthen the bilateral ties between the two countries. Both nations have a history of collaboration in various sectors, including infrastructure development, trade, and cultural exchange. Ambassador Chen Hai's presence is anticipated to enhance these partnerships, contributing to the mutual growth and prosperity of China and Ethiopia. Moving on, the South Korean government has pledged $7 million in aid to conflict-affected and vulnerable regions in Ethiopia. This assistance provided through international aid agencies will support the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration program, as well as offer vital food, nutrition, emergency medical relief, and aid to women and children. The aid will be distributed through organizations such as UNDP, WFP, ICRC, and UNICEF. Recognizing the urgent humanitarian needs in Ethiopia, South Korea is working closely with the Ethiopian government and international agencies to ensure the effective delivery of this support. According to the South Korean Embassy in Ethiopia, this initiative aims to restore peace and stability in the region. Now, moving to stories selected for detailed analysis, the Ethiopian Meteorology Institute, EMI, has issued a warning predicting above-average rainfall for regions receiving winter rains. Briefing the media, the institute advises farmers to prepare for the heavy rains, raising water levels in basins to support agricultural activities. However, they also warn of potential negative effects, including flooding, landslides, and the spread of diseases. Habtamu Ashagri has more on that.
The Ethiopian Meteorology Institute has issued a warning of enhanced perception during the upcoming winter rains. The Ethiopian Meteorology Institute attributed this enhanced perception to a combination of anomalous ocean conditions, specifically a subnormal cooling of the northern Indian Ocean and the tropical Pacific Ocean. Briefing journalists, Director General of Ethiopian Meteorology Institute, Fatana Tashoma, said the La Nina weather effect will result flood and other related natural hazards across the country.
የምስራቅና የመካከለኛው ፓሲፊክ ውቅያኖስ ከመደበኛ በታች እየቀዘቀዘ መሆኑን
The International Weather Forecast Institution reports that the cooling of eastern and central parts of the Pacific Ocean will result in La Nina in the main rainy season for the coming 2 months. The La Nina weather effect will bring more rain and wet weather conditions.
አሁን ደግሞ ክረምቱ በላኒና ተጽዕኖ ስር ሊቆይ እንደሚችል
The Director General stated that the heaviest rainfall is expected in the next 2 months, leading to flooding and other associated hazards.
ሁለቱ በመሐከል የሚገኙ ሐምሌና ነሐሴ ላይ ፒኬ ላይ የሚደርስበት በጣም ከፍተኛ የሆነ የዝናብ ሁኔታ
During July and August, the forecast is showing that we will have maximum rainfall in many parts of the country. In addition, we will get repetitive and heavy rain in some parts of Ethiopia. Thus, flood-exposed areas will be affected by this problem. The distribution of the rain is crucial for agriculture and water-related activities in the nation.
ተተንብዮአል የሚኖረው የዝናብ መጠንና ስርጭት
Tashoma underlined that the rain distribution will remain active in some parts of the country due to La Nina effect.
በትንበያው በተሰጠው መሰረት በተለይም በደቡባዊ ምዕራብ በምዕራብና መካከለኛው አካባቢዎች ላይ
Based on the weather forecast, the early rainfall started in southwestern, western and central parts of the country due to the effect of La Nina. The neutral heat continuity in the northern parts of Indian Ocean will bring 39 up to 118 millimeter rainfall in 117 areas within 24 hours. And we recorded regular and heavy rains last month.
ከቀላል እስከ ከባድ መጠን ያለው ዝናብ የተስተዋለ ሲሆን በተለይ
The Director General calls the general public remains alert to manage the heavy rain complications and hazards in the coming 2 months across the country.
And finally, the 50th anniversary of the discovery of Lucy's fossil is being commemorated with various events in Addis Ababa. And over 240 researchers from 34 countries have visited Ethiopia as part of the event. During their stay, the participants visited Adwa Memorial Museum and the Unity Park and saw ancient artifacts and fossils in the country. Tigis Cernisa takes up Ethiopian News Agency's file as follows.
Approached by Ethiopian News Agency, the paleoanthropologist highlighted that Ethiopia's name, land of origin,
visited Ethiopia as part of the event. During their stay, the
Department of Biology at Stockholm University in the United States mentioned about the researches that have been conducted in Ethiopia, particularly in Afar area since 1997. According to her, Lucy's discovery tells the fact how this world looks like today in terms of understanding climate change and the changing environment.
Absolutely. Ethiopia is definitely the land of origins of so many things. And Lucy really changed our understanding of human evolution and origins of peoples. And I know, because I work on the carnivores that are found alongside Lucy, that understanding who she was and what the environment was like, it tells us a lot about the world today. So she has a message for us, I think, that carries on, in terms of understanding climate change and how survival in the changing environments that we have.
The Tanzanian anthropologist Professor Jackson Nejau, for his part, affirmed that Ethiopia is aptly referred as the land of origin based on the geological study of time cycles and age sequences.
Everybody has to believe that it's the land of origin, looking at first of all, the geological sequence and the chronology of the dates, age. We have the discovery of our ancestors, which date back to almost 6 million years ago. So, and then we have 5 million or 4 million or 3.2 million, 2 million, all the way to the very recent species of our own. So it makes sense to call it the land of origin.
Ignacio Lasagabaster, a senior researcher at the University of Liverpool in England, specializing in the origin of human race, highlighted that Ethiopia is not only known for fossils dating back to 4.5 million years, but also for its rich narratives as the oldest country in Africa.
We have all the same origin, that it doesn't matter, where we're from. We all share a common ancestor, and that common ancestor, that grandparent, is here in Ethiopia. Definitely, it's a land of origins for sure. I mean, there are other places in Eastern Africa and Southern Africa where we find fossils that are also very important for our understanding. But Ethiopia is, for many reasons, not only for these old fossils, but also for other archaeological.
On the other hand, Dr. Mariam Bundula, a fellow from the University of Tanzania's Department of Archaeology, along with third-year student Rebecca Miruiki from Kenya, praised Ethiopia's approach to heritage preservation.
When I visited Addis back in 2017, I was not able to visit this area, so it is my first time to be in the unit park, and I really enjoy everything and the rich history, and everything is amazing, all the displays.
I think that's for generation and generations to come, because it's leading on for the young people to grow as they understand where they have come from and understanding much about their country, and that will even make them more proud that you people have been able to manage and to conserve the heritage of their country, and that will make them also to continue conserving for the other generations that will come after them. So I really recommend the great job that the government has done, and now it's the high time for you guys to continue conserving the heritage.
The visitors emphasized that preserving and passing down heritage not only instills pride in the current generation, but also facilitates learning from the past.
Dear viewers, you have been watching EBC World. Now a quick recap of the top stories. Ethiopian Meteorology Institute forecasts heavy rain in the coming 2 months impacted by La Nina. And paleoanthropologists describe Ethiopia as a true land of origin. And with that, we come to the end of today's news. Thank you for watching us. Bye-bye.